Hello guys, Chunsun here. Today I'll be doing some r/NuclearRevenge. Lately I've been craving for some juicy revenge stories. Ahem. Hey sexist teacher, humiliate me and make me piss my pants? Enjoy shitting yourself? And oh wait, being sued, fired, and divorced. Feminist teacher. This happened 11 months ago and a few days ago. Give or take, all names have been changed. TLDR, at bottom. But I strongly suggest reading. I think this write-up is good, and a good 3/4 of my grade hail me for this nowadays. Backstory. I am a pretty normal guy, but I used to be bullied a long ways back for being shy, which isn't relevant to the story, but it gives you an idea of who I am and how much I have changed since this incident. As many of you likely have experienced, there are a lot of peer pressure, drugs, and shitty teachers in high school, and many people got the brunt of it during their freshman year. I got quite a bit, and like a weak person, I cracked under pressure and gave in to it all. My friends, which were close during middle school, we'll call them Nick and Matt, introduced me to vaping and weed once. Their older friends got into it. I like doing it to this day, but still, I only started doing it after this incident. Other than them and my social insecurities, I am an above average student, run varsity track, the 400 meter, 800 meter, and 1600 meter, and I have many good friends all over school because of it. Okay, so basically, I was in the bathroom with all the other guys in school who vape, and the school security guard busted down the door and gave this signature line he always delivers. Is there a staff meeting going on in here? Because there was a mess of teenagers in the back being loud, next to nobody heard him. And short story long, security guy sees cloud, kid plants his e-juice on me. Everybody out right now, Doc JPEG. Go to the main office. They find shit on me. Oh shit.rar. And one day out of the school suspension is served. Enter the teacher. I'll call her FB. You all can guess the second letter from how she treats men. If you think a liberal feminazi history teacher, this woman was it. Sexism and all. Short feminist haircut. Was always polite to girls. She didn't even penalize them when she caught them cheating. But with guys, always the short end of the stick. Needling and demanding incorrectly grading test. Never even gave extra credit. She let a few guys go to the bathroom, but only the suck asses, who were actually gay. Sometimes me, but only when I finished my work early, which was usually all the time, but I never asked anyway. It amazed me how she ever got a man to even talk to her, nevertheless marry her. She kept her maiden name. I wanted to change that after this God-sent, predestined day. After the bathroom incident, I had gotten my grades back up to 92 to 100, but somehow my grade in history class stayed at a low 66, even before the incident. One day, because of our school's rotating schedule, I had FB's class last period of the day. And this unlucky day, I had tests every period after lunch, which I studied hard for. I drank tons of water after gym, which was 2 periods before history. I make it to FB's class, and because I had tests in other periods, I could not use the bathroom. First thing I do before the test, after she strolls in late, is ask, "Excuse me, Miss FB, may I use the bathroom before the test?" Guess what? No, you know the school policy. I can't let you leave during the first 10 minutes of class. That was alright because I knew the school policy, but it was about to become a real issue. Since we had a Scantron and an essay to be written, anyways, 10 minutes passed and somehow she hasn't even handed out the test yet. I asked again, "Miss FB, may I use the restroom? 10 minutes has passed." Immediately, with a condescending tone, "No, you cannot leave the room until you have finished the test and essay." At this point, I get pissed, but I shrugged it off and began my test. If you don't know, being left-handed makes only having one hand to write an essay with a pain in the ass. You don't have your palm to hold down onto the paper with until halfway through the line. Every line. Nonetheless, having to fill in a Scantron, which at this point would require me to painfully fill in the bubbles, while craning my hand over with my elbow holding the paper, which looks stupid. I finished my Scantron ahead of everyone else, since I am the best student in the class by far. The girl she favors, who is second finished 5 minutes after me, and she makes a big deal about it, saying she is a model student. I hold back scoffing at the remark. While my essay is halfway done, the girl who is a model of FB looks at me like I am scum. She hasn't even written her name on the loose leaf paper. I finish my essay and hand it in. FB looks it over and accepts it, visibly agitated at how it isn't shit. Mini-me, FB comes up a whooping 6 minutes later with hers. FB looks disappointed. The next 2 minutes went like this. I went up to her desk at the front of the room. Me? "Miss FB, may I use the restroom? I really need to go." FB? "No, I know what you do in there. Disgusting. I won't let you leave this room, and you can't go for the rest of the year." I was engulfed with hatred. being for the fact that she just accused me of doing something in the bathroom, obviously hinting at the vape juice planted on me while I didn't even vape. I was about to slap her for saying that, but I didn't. Me. Alright then, I remember you said that. Being the track guy and smart kid, I am decided to wear shorts under my sweatpants, since they keep my legs warm for practice. I took off my sweatpants, important, and laid them on top of my backpack, which was required to be on front of the room as per FB's rules. I sat back down and prepared for the worst. For minutes or so later, I raised my hand only to be ignored. While a few more people hand in their test, I whispered to the people around me to move away from me, and I announced in a louder inside voice, with my hands cupped to direct my voice, "Well, I just want to let you know you made this happen," to FB. I sat in a relaxed position, made direct eye contact with her, crossed my arms, and let Niagara Falls flow. There was a complete silence in the room, and I held my head high, still making direct eye contact, solid face. Other than the falling of piss on the chair, you could have heard a pin drop. FB freaks out, and immediately gets onto the classroom phone and whispers some shit into there, presumably condemning me to the main office. She told me to leave. I snatched my sweatpants from the front of the classroom, while walking smoothly and calmly. As I exit, I turned around, door partially open, said nothing, and gave an American soldier salute while walking backwards, looking at the class. Then before the door closed, I put my hand down and began walking normally to the stairs. I was greeted by none other than my best friend, the school security guard, and he told me to come with him. I was brought to the main office after visiting the nurse to change and clean up. Being a teenager, I didn't wash my hands, but I faked it by running water. Another long story short, I talked with the principal and a stupid wrangler, who I believe was there in case I was some psychotic person, then asked me why I didn't just leave the room. I said that I would rather take the punishment for this to detention, which wouldn't let me go to track practice. I got them on my side saying FB's exact words, and I told them they could ask students in the class for the exact same words as well, since FB was quite loud saying them. They were visibly shocked, and I had them right where I wanted them to be. If you haven't already figured this out at this point, I was able to fuck this school for not allowing me to urinate, an uncontrollable bodily function, and destroy this teacher's career. They let me off, and to relieve their liability, they called FB to the office and made her apologize and shake my hand. My hand that I didn't wash, before I shook hers. I lied, saying, "Don't worry, I washed them." My mind was smiling, but my body was doing a good job looking traumatized. I was told that I could not change classes, so I had to spend the next semester with her. 2 weeks later, my friends, Matt and Nick, played a crucial part in this, because even though they were shitty kids, they were well respected and even go to the teacher's lounge. I instructed them to put laxatives in the salad dressing, since only FB takes it, and it comes in those little plastic containers with the tops that pop on and off. They put 8 or so doses of the Miralax in her labeled dressing. Time comes for class, and I swear she stood up to the board and she grabbed her stomach. Next thing I saw was her jeans becoming brown, and she ran out of the room, scared shitless. Another few weeks pass, and I keep log all the shitty things she does against male students, and my parents contact a family friend lawyer, who gladly takes up our cause. We sue FB for the pissing incident and get a $30,000 settlement in addition to FB getting fired for the discrimination against male students. Feels good, man. I found out at the start on sophomore year this year she was divorced by her husband because she cheated on him. Apparently, when he got suspicious of her, he had their son DNA tested and it wasn't his. She lost the house and got next to nothing. Still kept the kid though. And in December, Matt said he saw her at Starbucks, working the cash register. Turns out, she's living with her parents and the kid's dad skipped town. Also now, I'm called Panty Piss Pants by my friends. But the rest of the school hails me like a god. My track season is going great, and I hope to qualify for the 2020 High School New Balance Nationals next year. I'm pretty sure this was nuclear, since I basically fucked her already shit life. Edit, my test and essay totaled a 98%. TLDR, sexist feminist teacher thinks she could get away with making me piss myself. I make sure she shits herself, gets sued, fired, and the ugly truth gets her divorce. Sorry if this video is shorter than usual. I have a test coming up and I wanted to make time to study. Hope you guys understand. Next video will be a bit longer. I'll see you guys tomorrow.